Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Iyanda Siraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. Aries, I hope that I'm finding you well and in good spirits, whether you are new or a regular. I'm just grateful to share this space with you. Now, magic stick is the intuitive message that came for you. Now, I'm seeing magic stick like 50 Cent meant magic stick, but I'm also seeing magic stick as in a magic wand. Okay, so I'm picking up Midas touch. So anything you touch is turning to gold. Okay, but you got that. You usually have that energy because you are the emperor. Okay, so I feel like you in your power. You're reclaiming power probably, and you are commanding the energy around you. Okay, I just heard you using your command voice. When we're in the military, you're marching and things. There's a distinct voice that we use when we're commanding or we're calling out actions for our flight. And they say it's the command voice. So that's where you are. You're not just talking, you commanding things to take place right now. And I really enjoy that. Okay. So let's see here what Aries has coming around for them for the month of June. Find your way home. May, I'm hearing that you are being left to your own devices. Whatever it is that you have been unwilling to let go of, someone is leaving you to that. They're leaving you to that and they say, figure it out on your own. So for some of you, you may be going through a period of being dispossessed or disconnecting from spirit guides that have been assisting you. You may also feel that you are cut off from some type of resource, even a relationship. Okay. Now I'm literally seeing somebody get kicked out of the car. So whatever mechanism that you've been using to get to a certain place, you are no longer having access to that. Okay. In the month of June, or in people, or you're fine if you've been the vehicle for someone else, you're no longer allowing them to have access. So you're kicking somebody out of your car. Cognitive dissonance. So these could be things that you've overlooked for some time. Misdirected energy. Yeah. Misdirected effort. Okay. So I think that, yeah. Okay. So this feels like something that you try to over time, emotional offering. I feel like you knew something over time. You've known something for a long time. And you were hoping that it wasn't true, or you were hoping to get a certain outcome from a situation. I don't know. It seems like you might be kicking somebody out of the house, or somebody might be kicking you out, but you knew this was going to happen, or you knew that this wasn't going to work anyway, or something along those lines. It doesn't feel wholly negative. Like it doesn't feel like obsessive or anything. Not really. I mean, it can have some levels of that, but I just feel like there's a sense of, you were really just trying to overlook something that you knew was there. Okay. Over time. So whatever this is, yeah, slow and steady. Like you knew, for sure that this was going to come to a head, or that this wasn't going to be able to be ignored anymore. And so here it is right in front of you. Okay. Now magic stick is coming back to my mind. So I do feel like energy of being whipped. So we'll just say like de-whipped. So like being under a spell. Okay. I feel like being under a spell to where you just couldn't depart from something, even though you knew it wasn't good. Okay. So that's good. Like, I feel like only the great. Okay. So find your way home, and only the great. I do feel like somebody is deciding that they're not going to settle for less. They're not going to settle for less than what they really want. And I'm hearing somebody say, no, you need to just go back to the house. If you're not going where I'm going, you can just go back to the house. Or you're gonna have attitude, just go back to the house. So it's like only the great is big here. I feel like there is something about, like, if you're not coming up here, then you're just gonna have to go. Okay, find your own way home. I'm not taking you. Oh, I'm hearing too, Erica Baidu, because you better call Tyrone, and you can't use my phone. Like, that's how this energy is. No, you can't use my phone. So anyway, what else? Okay, Aries. Well, you did say you was commanding the energy. Okay, so it says only the great not the one. So something is being chosen out of a group of things or out of multiple options. Something is being chosen, something or someone is being chosen. The juggling card is here next to cognitive dissonance. So you may have been ignoring that you were getting cheated on. Somebody could have been ignoring your behaviors or things that were red flags. And so now we have juggling and cognitive dissonance. So someone knew that they weren't the only person in a situation, or that they didn't have someone's heart. You got rest here, but yeah, somebody is tired of being juggled. Okay, so whether that's you or somebody that you're dealing with, they're tired. The juggling is coming to an end now because someone is tired of it. You have find your way home, only the great, and success. So I feel like, yeah, somebody's chosen to go in a direction of what they feel is going to bring the most success and happiness for them. This decision could have been made in May, or some type of closing could have happened in May. I feel like I'm telling this story, and it's very, I'm not, the way I'm telling it is like everybody is out of place. So I feel like somebody is going to listen to this and they be like, yeah, this is exactly my story, except for this is this person, and this person is the one who did this. So let's see what else we have here for Aries. Okay, so now there could be misplaced blame in a situation too, or like let your guard down, or I'm hearing somebody is getting kicked while they're down. Ooh, okay. So I don't know if this is you doing this to somebody else, or them doing it to you, but I do feel like someone's getting kicked while they're down. So you're in a bad place, or you have something that's going on with you. Okay, I'm picking up on somebody finding out that who they thought was their child's dad is not their child's dad. So they already feel ashamed. And then on top of that, they get left by the person. So it's like getting kicked while you're down, Boundaries. Somebody, okay. Okay, what's this? In February. So ooh, wow. Days and threes, a crowd. Yeah. So again, I said that, you were ignoring, or someone else was ignoring, that there were other people in this dynamic. This is wholly romantic, I feel like. But if it ties to other things for y'all, then cool. It definitely feels romantic. In a matter of days, something is about to happen. Some action is about to be taken. Someone is moving away from you to take an action, or you're moving away from something to take an action. Okay. Either way, three's a crowd. So the third thing is not going to stay. If you're the third thing, you can't stay. That's just what it is. People's champ. There is a victor here. There is someone who's been chosen here. People's champ. Okay. Now, I'm not okay. So this could be going on. This could have been going on for a few years now, but it's about to change in a matter of days. Okay. I think that's it for that. Okay. Try to get through this whole. Okay. Lone Wolf. I'm hearing that song by Rihanna. I could be a lone wolf with you. Something I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like somebody thought that they had found their person. You thought that you had found your person, the person you could be the lone wolf with. Like, I don't know, something. I could be a lone wolf with you. Okay, what else? Sexuality and travel. Wow. Okay, so that is speaking to me about a distance, somebody going, moving away, or somebody going on a trip or something, and engaging in some kind of sexual behavior while they were away. Okay. All right. Let's just get to what else before we move on. For Aries, we got the number 10, and we have adjust the volume. And we have answered the call. Okay, so yeah, this has been ringing in your mind, in your intuition. It's actually been right in front of your face. It's not hidden at all. And so now it's so loud, it's so big that you can't keep overlooking it. Okay. Okay, Aries. I don't know what y'all doing, but Okay, I'm also picking up on a sex change. Somebody had a sex change. Somebody is transgender and it's a secret, or I say secret, or it hasn't been shared yet. Okay. All right. So what else do we have here for Aries in the month of June? What do we have for Aries? Okay, a woman. Yeah. So you are this woman. I feel like this is you showing up here. Um, so yeah, so a lot of this energy is you, okay? And I feel like it's an energy of kind of like being walked away from, being left in kind of a, and I'm gonna say the words the way I hear them, but being left in kind of a mess. You have Aquarius here, but I think that you're being left to your own devices so that you heal yourself. I don't know if you've pushed away healing or if you've been avoiding this something or whatever, but somebody's about to walk away. You're about to be left by yourself for the reason of healing, okay? And that's okay. I love that. With Aquarius, Aquarius is the star. I feel like there's a lot that you're going to be receiving, or a lot more fulfillment than you're expecting when it comes to being alone or being without a partner, being by yourself. Third person. Oh gosh, we did talk about that. I said that there was some type of weird triangle or something here. I also feel like too, you may also have a third person. You may also have a side person. I don't know the story, but it's being brought up. So you may actually have a side person. Maybe the person who's actually your kid's daddy, uh, who who um who you may explore things with, and okay. But in the end, it does feel that there was a rival or another party that is chosen over you. If you're not the chosen one, if you are or not, and I'm just gonna put it out there. But if you are not the one that got chosen, then this other person is definitely showing up in your reading. They're showing up in your reading. Okay, I'm hearing that something you did is now being done to you. Okay. All right. Got Sagittarius energy here. Okay, temperance. Yeah, so you're balancing out. Equilibrium is being brought back to the situation. You're receiving what you was putting out. Whatever the poison was that you were making for somebody else, you're now drinking it. Okay, tower is stand alone. Yeah, this tower is the happening. Then you have isolation. Yeah, see, so whatever happened, whatever you took part in, or whatever person took, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Whatever you were taking part in, Aries, whatever you were doing to someone else, it is now being done to you. You are now being left in a position that you caused someone else to be left in. Okay. Now, you can choose to be angry or remorseful or all those different things. Feel the feelings that come up, but the sooner that you realize that it was all just this has been created by you, and you forgive yourself and you move on, the easier things are going to be. Okay, especially if you're carrying a little baby, because pregnancy came up in here multiple times. That baby is precious. That baby does not deserve for you to carry around any hurt, any self-deprecating thoughts. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to be stressed. It's like heal, acknowledge, move on, so that you can have a healthy pregnancy, and that this baby doesn't absorb those energies. Okay, so there's no need to be beating yourself up. There's no need to even be to play out any toxic timelines. Like, you don't have to chase, you don't have to do anything like that. Choose, that's what I'm going to say, choose not to fall into the trap of chasing after something that or chasing an illusion. Okay, so just okay, yeah, it it can be a difficult time, it feels like, for you, but honestly, it's exactly what you need. I'm going to share this. When I got pregnant with my first child, honestly, I don't think I wanted to be by myself being pregnant. That led me to be engaged to get married to someone very, very quickly, and all these different things transpired. But there was this whole sequence of events. This this last pregnancy, I took it and I was by myself. I just spent that time with me and my babies. The baby I was growing. You look like Samara from The Ring. when you came down. um, um, but again, there's this sense of peace that I had by just choosing to be by myself during that pregnancy. Toward the end, I let somebody come around, but I still saw very quickly that that wasn't fulfilling to me, and that peace, I needed peace. Okay, so I give that to you as kind of just like something that you can focus in on rather than whatever else might be happening around you. The fact that you're creating life right now makes you dope. Okay, like you're dope. It doesn't matter whether somebody chose you or not. It doesn't matter what you think of the person that is being chosen. It does, none of this matters. Okay, if you allow people to have peace, if you allow people to have what's meant for them, then trust me, you're going to have what's meant for you, and you're going to have peace. Okay, let yourself go through the process of what it takes to get peace, to have peace. Okay, because if someone else is getting something that they want or something that is for them, then trust and believe that they have done that work. Okay. It may be hard to look at it from that perspective when you're feeling rejected. Okay. But try your best. Try your best. So we don't expect you to be perfect, but just try your best. Okay. So what do we have here for Aries? We have divine timing. We have the clock. Okay. So I do feel like time has run out, or on this project, time is ticking on somebody making a decision about how they're going to proceed. And I'm saying that you have to make a decision, meaning that there's a cutoff. Like if you cling any longer to the thing than you have time for, it's gonna create the cycle for you again. So what does that mean? When I acknowledged the past cycle that I had with my pregnancies before, and people walking away from me, when I acknowledged it, immediately I put into play the lesson, and I told the person who walked away, I said, that I know that I'm not supposed to chase, in this moment. So I hope that you have happiness in whatever it is that you go pursue at this point. And I completely left that person alone the whole pregnancy. And to this day, I have not tried to interfere with that person's life, because, it would have been my own selfish thing saying you have to be here, or my own thoughts about it saying you have to be here, you have to do what's right. And I've played that cycle out before, and I wanted to try something else. Okay, and you know what I got when I tried the something else was freaking peace, and I got peace. Okay, so if I can give you something, Aries, I give you that. Choose peace. Choose peace over anything else you think that you're deserving of, or what you think you're supposed to have. Just choose peace. Okay. That's going to be the most rewarding thing for you. Okay. What else do we have here for Aries? Okay, what else do we have for Aries? The star. Yeah, okay. You're being directed towards healing for yourself. You're being pointed to your true north, what's really meant for you. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm picking up on Capricorn and Sagittarius energy very heavily. So you may have passions that you're unaware of, and that's why this private time this quiet time is meant for you, this time of pregnancy. When I was pregnant, I was very creative. Like my artistic abilities were on 100. My intuitive capacities are 100. There are some people in some schools of thought that say the opposite, that you get a little drained. But I think that if you are practicing, then it would be strengthened, right? So focus in on those things, focus in on what you can give this time to. Yes, that's fine. And then, so we have the house card here, number 20. So focus on building a home, focus on the energy that you want to create, focus on how you want to teach your new baby, focus on what type of hospital, just focusing on those things. The journey of childbirth, or carrying a child in general, is such a beautiful journey, and you don't want to rob yourself of it by chasing after something that doesn't want to be around right now. Okay. And that's the lesson that I learned. And like really tune into this process, this journey. It's going to gift you so much more than what you think you might be letting go of. Okay. Bad health. Yeah. And then community. Okay. I'm feeling that right now is a good time for you to really reach out if you're in need of a midwife, if you're in need of any type of support for your pregnancy, for your mental health. Make those connections right now, because that's what's going to make the difference for you. I really feel like that's what's going to help you to stay balanced, to keep a pure environment for baby, to get this baby here so this baby can be celebrated in the way it's meant to be celebrated. Um, I'm also picking up too, regardless of the dynamic of this whole relationship, wherever this baby lands, this baby is going to be covered in love. And if you have the right mentality, and if everybody else involved can take the right mentality, this baby can be a gift to everybody and can be gifted by everybody, right? Okay. So try to take the higher perspective here, even if it's difficult. Try to do that. Okay, just try. Yep, child is showing up here as the key. This child has purpose. This child has purpose. This child is the answer to something for somebody. So yep, with the ruby here, this this child is meant to heal your heart, to mend your broken pieces. This child is meant to give you something that you can pour yourself into, fully devoted. Okay. This child is not a vessel, or just not a means for healing, like a dependency or anything like that. But if you can handle this properly, if you can take the view that this child is giving you more purpose in life, then you will see that whatever or whoever might be leaving your life right now, is not really that significant. Okay. Not to your personal journey, and not to what the overall picture of things. Okay. um let's go ahead and see if there's any like kind of what kind of ill forces. We already know a lot of this is internal. A lot of this is really dealing with, as an Aries, you can be pretty fiery. You can light fire to ice. So right now it's saying that you really want to be careful about how you're responding to rejection, maybe, or just not getting what you want in general. Okay. So let's see. Any maleficent elements here? Fifth house, children. Yes, pregnancy. There's children. But I do feel like lack of direction, lack of creativity. So I feel like if you have been feeling that, then it's tied to where you're sending your energy. Okay. If you've been feeling depleted in the area, is really tied to where you are sending it. Okay, what was that? It's entity attachments. Yep. See, what you attach to, or what you're giving your energy to, is draining whatever you want to be drawing from. So you need to make sure that you're doing some good healing work, protecting your energy while you're pregnant. I'm also feeling like too, if you are pregnant, really focusing in on self-care and putting some intention into your products, because you know what you need, you know what the baby needs, on a innate level. So do your best to create during this time. Is there anything else here for Aries? Yeah, back, and it's saying go back to square one, learn something new. Also, yeah, what you start right now, the things that you explore right now, could indeed turn into things that you do for a long term. So you could learn a lot of things right now. I'm also hearing that whatever you learn right now is going to be transferred to your baby. So dig in, right? Dig in. Co-worker and boss popped out. So let me see what else here. I heard co-conspirator, someone who helped you do something. Chiron. Okay, so Chiron is the wounded healer. I'm also picking up too that you could have been wounded by this person as well. They may have helped you do something, and then they've wounded you. Um, and I'm also picking up on some type of infidelity, or some type of questionable work relationship or work connection. Okay, and then purify. Okay, yeah. So you're going to, and then there you go, showing up Aries. So some of this is a lot of self-focused energy for you. I do feel like, if you have violent tendencies and things like that, you really want to be careful not to allow yourself to erupt in those types of ways, because you could totally bring damage to yourself, the baby, or your partner. um with purify, I really feel like you should do some cleansing things in the home. And please don't do anything to bring the energy back. Okay, so purify the home, because anything that's still looming in your home from any past misdeeds, anything that you brought into the home, can affect you while you are trying to bring this baby into the world. Okay, so clean up the house. Try to make sure you're in alignment with your highest ideals. Okay, so let's look at connections, since there is a big emphasis here on something like that. Aries magic stick. Okay, so commanding energy. All right, a lot of this, you know how when you use a magic wand and they have the crystals, and you can point the energy or direct the energy. I'm picking up an energy of a two-pointed one, and what has been sent out is now being sent back. I said that in the very beginning, but it just came up and it looks like a two-ended wand. Cupid's arrow. Okay, so have faith, love is coming. Okay. I see the pain decrease when I focus on me. That's Oshun lyrics. The song Me. I see the pain decrease when I focus on me. Okay. So camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past. Yep. So you're gonna heal some heart space. You're gonna heal some programming when it comes to love. You're gonna heal the tendency to give too many fucks and gravitate to niggas rolling up, build them up, raise them up, build a home. It's like I'm building up my own throne. Be about it. Be okay. Um, so that's basically an energy of kind of like acknowledging your own toxic patterns, things that you've accepted that were less than you, how you showed up as less than your best self. So there's a lot of indications here that you're being shown things that you pretty much need to see. Okay, you really need to see it, and after you see it, you won't be able to unsee it, and you won't be able to unknow it. So you will be a better person for it. Okay, you'll be a better person for it, Aries. Wedding rings. Yes. Okay. So the sooner you accept this, just accept everything that's taking place, move in, move forward, release who you need to release. I'm telling you, commitment to yourself and commitment to this process could have somebody knocking on your door in no time. Okay. Knocking on your door with a soul connection, something that's going to fulfill you to the deepest depths of yourself. Okay. Um, so Aries, this looks really good. Heartbrokenness here. I feel like it's also going to be, you just have to focus in on healing. You have to focus in on healing, okay? Because if you're by yourself, then you're not able to magnetize more hurtful things. But if you go ahead and isolate, heal yourself, when you do step back out, that magnetism will be on 100, and you'll be attracting the proper vibration. Okay. And that's what we're talking about when people don't take the time to heal after breakups, because then you just go about dispersing all the energy, collecting more energy that's just going to aggravate what's already going on inside of you. Okay. So when you take the time for yourself, you protect you from that. And then you also protect other people from being infected or infested with whatever you may be carrying. Okay. So go ahead and grieve, go ahead and mourn the loss, and then open yourself up, heal your heart, so that you can now receive admiration that you know you deserve. Okay, heart with the key. Yeah, and I'm saying you want to okay, so you're going to go from attracting people who are closed off, shut off, manipulative, to attracting more emotionally available people. Okay. And I'm also picking up that you have been less than available when it comes to emotional vulnerability and things like that. So when you get into that space to heal it, when you come out, you'll be able to attract people who have that to give you, because now you are being it. So it feels really beautiful for you guys. Feels like a deep process, one that I'm not a stranger to, honestly. So I understand how it can seem like, unfair and all those different things, but ultimately it's going to take you to higher places. It's going to take you to places that you've never been before. And what you're doing now is just showing you things that you've already seen. So take it with a grain of salt, take the good with the bad, and just know it's all for your good. So what do we have here for Aries to close out their reading? What do we have for Aries to close out their reading? Yeah, let's see. Okay, 2 cards here. Dharana, I think that's the name of a mudra. And Sahasrara. Why do the words have to be hard for me? Okay, I'm gonna always try to say them anyway, though, because that's just who I am. Okay, so I'm picking up on the energy of being okay with being wrong, being okay with making mistakes, not needing to seem like you have all the answers, because you just don't. I'm also picking up on an energy of being holding too much of a definitive outlook on something, wanting an answer right now, and then basically cutting out the possibilities because you need what you want right now. So the example that I can use is there's someone I know who found out about infidelity in her relationship, and when it came down to it, she wanted the partner to decide right then and there what he wanted to do. Now, he let her know that if he had to decide right now, he would walk away. And she was like, okay, well, that's that then. All right. So what I'm getting at is that sometimes you have to give things time to process. And sometimes the only reason that you want an answer right away is because you're uncomfortable with the uncertainty. Okay. So sometimes surrendering to the uncertainty allows room for whatever needs to develop. But when you want to rush it so you can just move on, it can be difficult. You can make things difficult, and then you can push away your desire. Okay. Because if you think about it, your desire is reconciliation or to fix it. You want this person to say that they want to be there with you, but because they can't say that right now, you're dismissive. And so there's no right or wrong way about it, but it's all about what you want out of the situation. Okay, so make sure you're not working against yourself. Let's read these cards and let's close up. Let's see. Dharana. Where you at? 73. 8 stages of yoga. Single focused concentration. Y'all, didn't we just say that we were talking about where your focus really needs to be right now? They're saying streamline that focus so that none of the energy that you being embodied with right now goes to places it's not supposed to be. Okay. All right. I'm going to save you from something that I went through myself. Come on, don't do it. Okay. It is time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. The birthing process of an idea takes deep commitment to usher it to life. Through single focused commitment, you will be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and from its core, bring it to fruition. Pregnancy. This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to your dharma or your life's purpose. Practice dharana and focus on what it is that you came to this earth to do. Okay, now we've been talking about pregnancy and bringing life to this world. And I'm just going to stick with that because it feels like, when you really connect with the divine purpose of that, you come to a place where you really don't want anything interrupting that process. You don't want anything, you want to take it seriously, So I do feel that it's kind of great that this is talking about birthing something. And that's what the storyline was. You've been in the reverse. You've been recently burying your head under the sand, focused totally on work. While there is profound insight to be gained from immersion, you also must remember to look around you at what else life has to offer. Concentration requires inspiration. Take some time off from the work at hand and focus on the true work at large, embodying your fullest human experience. All right. With that message, I do feel like your experience is changing, Aries. And it can be scary to make a transition from one place in life to another place in life, like being a young, free woman, able to do whatever you want, make decisions however you want to make them. And then now you have something else to consider. Okay. So you're going through a major transition, especially if this is your first child, or just the first time. Okay, whatever. If it's your first child, you're going through a huge transition, and it's not to be taken lightly. Okay, it's major, and I think the problem with too many people is that they take it so lightly. They don't realize how big of a change it is in life, in you as a person, and then your environment. Okay, so let's move on to Sahasrara. I know there's a different way to say that, but I'm gonna keep saying it until somebody corrects me. 61. Oh, no, I know how to say that word. Not right now, I don't. Okay. Because I know it's the crown chakra, and that's why. I'm like, I know how to say it. Maybe I don't. All right. You may have noticed intuitive rushes of creative wisdom channeling through you, lighting up your every cell. This is called a download, and it is a message from the divine, selected to come to you because you have the potential to birth it on this planet. Oh, wow. These downloads occur when the crown chakra is open, which may only be a few seconds, but it is enough to illuminate a path that you never knew possible. Find what brings you to these channeling states and bring yourself there as much as possible. Whether it's through meditation, walking in nature, singing, or writing, the absence of the mind allows the genius of the divine. Ooh, those intuitive hits choose you. Now it is time to birth them to life. Now, I feel like there's beautiful how the layers of the messages are happening here, because yes, we're talking about those intuitive hunches, but we're also talking about pregnancy, the womb. So y'all see how this is playing together, how things have multi-layered meaning and how the meaning goes across different pages. So that's significant for you, Aries. So consider that. Reverse. Have you been feeling lost and creatively blocked, as if everyone else knows what they're doing, but you can't even choose the next step? This is because your crown chakra has been blocked. You must realize that you are always tapped into universal energy. It is your free thinking mind that often overrides this innate wisdom and makes you lose sight of your own. The universe is sending you messages through pebbles that later turn into boulders. It's time for you to unplug, to plug back into the universe you came from. Take a social media break and use that time to be in silence. Become mindful of all that you do and let go of all unnecessary possessions, beliefs, and relationships. Study your ancestors and learn from your mistakes. Follow your curiosities and have faith in the future. This will pave the path back to the divine. Use this time of gestation or creation or pregnancy to really, really nurture yourself, to really tune in to this, whatever element you're working with. I wanted to say it like that, but it's the water element. The water element is big for you. So tune in. Lots of baths, lots of trips to the lake, drinking lots of water, herbal teas that can support your pregnancy. If you're pregnant, raspberry leaf, um, yarrow, hibiscus. There's another one, green fluffy one, but I can't think of the name of it. So, but again, if you guys need recommendations for things like that, always feel free to let me know in the comments. If you need me to send you information, I'm all here for it. So that's all I got for y'all. Aries, I wish you the best. Peace.